Tank, whether they're facing waiting lists, COVID-19 concerns, or a lack of reliability, some parents in our area are struggling to find childcare.
Yeah, Nicole Christine, she looked into this issue and found out how local organizations are trying to create more opportunities for these parents and their kids.
It's really hard to find childcare options right now.
As a parent or guardian, solid childcare is a big priority, and it's something some families are struggling to find in our area.
We were going to one daycare that actually ended up closing down because the owner, her son had asthma, and she was so terrified of COVID that she decided just to close up. So then I went to another daycare that had openings at the time, and then they were trying to fill up, so they were giving us a discount. Well, when that ended, I could no longer afford them.
Rebecca Davis says she's happy with her daughter's current daycare.
But if anything were to change with that, I have no idea if I could find another childcare that would work for us. I've had a lot of people asking, like, hey, I know you like your daycare, where do you go? And I'll give them the name and phone number of the lady who owns mine, but she's told me before she has a waiting list until like this fall.
Waiting lists are also a factor at the new Deming Early Learning Center.
At my site, we accommodate almost 300 kiddos, and we still have a large waiting list. Just having those sites to actually take their children to is probably the biggest issue.
Another issue parents are facing is a lack of choice.
So I use the analogy, maybe stopping at McDonald's when you're traveling. Even if it's not your favorite food, you kind of know what to expect, And so we see that a lot with folks in need of childcare. They're looking for those franchised options, the kinder academies, kitty cares, those types of programs that we don't have here in Vigo County or in our region.
These factors contribute to an area's classification as a child care desert.
So a child care desert is defined as an area where the need for childcare does not match the available capacity.
Some portions of our local region fall under that category, but organizations like the United Way of the Wabash Valley are finding ways to help. In December, $100,000 was granted to the organization to help fund Highland Church Child Care Ministry on the east side of Terre Haute. Dawn Langer will run the center and says it will give kids a head start before entering kindergarten.
It's important for children to start getting in the child care setting way before school, just so that they can start developing those skills that they need, like I said, socially, academically. School today, kindergarten is rather rigorous. There's a lot of expectations by the time they reach kindergarten, so they need some of these early skills that they gain from early childhood.
Kindergarten readiness, as Langer mentioned, has both academic and social components.
Early learning is mostly focused on social emotional learning, learning how to take turns, learning how to wait in line, get along with your friends, sit to be able to listen to a teacher, or just stay in their space. And that's a huge deal when they get to school. If they don't have those skills, they can't learn the academic skills because we have to go back and reteach those.
United Way leaders acknowledge that not every family will be interested in ministry-based childcare, but the funding options allow for more families to find a place to take their kids.
Childcare is expensive, and high-quality childcare is very expensive. It's expensive to run and it's expensive to use, but these grants have really made it more of a level playing field for everyone.
And child care leaders say another issue is just finding staff for these centers. To learn more about how to get involved with a career in child care and just much more information on this topic in general, go to our website, mywabashvalley.com.